Moeen, Adil, it's great to have you here on this special day. We're here to talk about your faith, which is awesome. I think it's a big part of your family. Adil, you've been away on pilgrimage recently. Moeen, you went 12, 13 years ago now on the journey. Can you remember what... Actually, let's start with, what does faith mean to you and your family?
For us, obviously, it means everything. It's our... the one thing... It's number one, basically, in our lives, before anything else, in terms of cricket, work, whatever it is. And that's not just me, that's everyone in my family. It's the most important thing. It's our sort of focus throughout our day, our lives. So it means everything, of course. But it doesn't make us any less loyal to anything else. It's just the way it is. It's our own personal choices, and it's very close to us.
Can you tell us more about Hajj, please?
Yeah, Hajj is... it's one of the 5 pillars of Islam. So as cricketers, we know more about having role models, and so as Muslims, our role models are the prophets. So you got Moses, Jesus, Abraham, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon them all. And more, obviously. And so we follow as much as we can when it comes to fasting, praying, like the prophets did. And Hajj is essentially what we're following Prophet Abraham, his journey to Mecca, and the sacrifices he went through, and the challenges his family also went through when he was going to Mecca, where it's a city where Prophet Muhammad was also born. So that place itself means a lot to us. And that, I don't know, a lot of people have seen the mosque itself. Is that the black box was built by Prophet Abraham, and so there's a lot of rituals that we do when we're out there, that we follow the Prophet Abraham, his footsteps. So yeah, that is pretty much Hajj. There's about 5-6 days of quite intense things that we have to do. But yeah, it's very slow paced because of obviously a lot of people and those kind of things. So yeah, it's a massive deal in Islam.
It sounds unbelievably special. What's it like to be there with thousands of other people all trying to achieve the same journey?
Yeah, it's very... You're all on this journey, and you're all wearing the same clothing, so there's no difference between a rich person or a poor person. Everyone's exactly the same, on focusing on what they need to do. When I went, I think there was around 3-4 million people. I don't know, it's a bit less now because of COVID, but there was a lot of people, and you need a lot of patience because obviously there's other things that happen there, and you just learn more about yourself. And I was 21 at the time, and I remember thinking, wow, it's tough, it wasn't easy. So yeah, I mean, it's about the sacrifice and the patience, and hopefully you come back a changed person, and that's the most important thing.
Wow, 21 years old, going on that journey must be amazing. Adil, a little bit different for you, different time of your life. How was it?
Unbelievable experience. Like I say, it's something that as a Muslim that we have to do if you got the means, if you're able to, if you're mentally and physically fit. It's something that I've been wanting to do for a little while as well, but just obviously with cricket it's been a bit difficult. But this year I'm quite fortunate that it went well, with the ECB and with Yorkshire, them making it very easy for myself and giving me the chance to really just give me the go ahead, which made it very easy for myself. But it was, like I said, it was an experience of a lifetime, something that I wanted to do. Like I said, it teaches a lot of things. It teaches patience. It also teaches, being grateful for what you have. Because when you're out there, when you're in the midst of things with, like I say, a couple of million people, things can get quite tricky. But it means a lot, and it definitely teaches a lot of patience as well.
Yeah, I think you've showed a hell of an amount of courage to take the decision this year, given the date that the journey started with Hajj and ended. How was that to go through? Did you have good support with ECB and Yorkshire? And when you decided to go, did everybody back you?
Yeah, 100%. So like I said, when it first crossed my mind, I was thinking about that. But then I spoke to ECB, I spoke to yourself as well, being my captain at the time as well, which was, you were my go-to person. And, the encouragement, the backing I got from the ECB and Yorkshire was magnificent. It was something that made my life easier. The decision was very easy. There wasn't really much to think about. So as soon as they said, you can go ahead, do what you need to do, things were very easy. So I got the support I got from Yorkshire and ECB was very good.
And how's it been coming back into the changing room over the last couple of days?
Yeah, great. It's always nice to come back here with the boys, getting stuck in. All the boys have been together for 7-8 years, and just to get back in and obviously get back into the things of cricket. Really looking forward to that as well.
Brilliant. Mo, do you think that the diversity within the changing room helps the level of acceptance and education around the group? You guys have taken the field with probably one of the most diverse England teams ever to take the field.
100%. I mean, since Russia's away, I had to answer a lot of questions about Hajj, and which has been great. I mean, that's how, that sort of dialogue is really important, and it works both ways, obviously. But the diversity around the group and the team has been for a while now really, really good. Anybody can come in and change the room, in and out of the change room, from any sort of background or differences that they have, and everyone just sort of fits like a glove almost. It is really, really good, and something that we love and we do cherish as much as we can, because we know how good it is, and it's not always the case in all changing rooms. But this is a very special changing room, and it means a lot.
Brilliant. Adil, if you could talk to a younger version of yourself or a young kid out there of the same faith, would you encourage him to go on that Hajj journey?
Yeah, definitely. Well, it all depends on the situation of how they are in terms of, physically, mentally, if they're able to, if they're capable. But as soon as they, like you said, they're in that situation where they can, and they can speak to, like you said, people wherever they're working at, and if they give them the go ahead and give them the encouragement, I'll definitely encourage that, especially if you get the backing as I did, from the ECB and from Yorkshire. I'll definitely encourage that.
Moeen, a young Moeen Ali out there playing county cricket, or anywhere in his life, you'd encourage him to do it regardless of the time of the year?
Yeah, I think so. I think because this is a different sort of obligation, because it only happens once a year, so you kind of can delay a little bit, but no one is promised tomorrow, and that's the most important thing for us, that we know that life can be taken away quickly and things can change very quickly. So if you have the means and you're good, do it, because it is an amazing experience, and it's a once-in-a-lifetime kind of thing. So that experience you'll never experience in anything else, with millions of people around, and the differences that you see, it is amazing, and it's life-changing and character-changing experience.
It really does sound amazing. Boys, as ever, thank you very much for sharing.
No problem. Thank you very much. Thank you.